Hi everyone, this is Mr Neel Raithatha, also known as the Wax Whisperer. Thank you for tuning into my latest video. So the patient who attended with bilateral, fully occluding, fudge-like earwax. So the wax was quite stodgy and sticky. We're just commencing in the right ear. And we're near the entrance, and we know we're near the entrance because of all the cilia, all the hair strands. So the hair follicles are located on the outer third of the ear canal, the cartilaginous portion. And the inner 2/3 of the ear canal is made up of bone, and there's no hair follicles located on the bony part of the ear canal. So I'm just starting off using microsuction with a standard Zollner suction probe, and I'm just trying to release this sticky, stodgy wax off the base of the ear canal and also from the posterior, so the back part of the ear canal. You can see I have somewhat mobilised the plug of wax, but given its consistency, it is a bit lodged quite deep in the ear, and whenever it's sticky like this, it can be difficult to get a sufficient suction grip. So in a moment, I'm going to revert to an ear hook and Jobson horn. And you can see this plug it's elevated from the base of the ear canal, so the skin adhesions have been loosened, but it is lodged quite deep into the canal around the second bend, locking it into place. And no matter how much wriggling I do with microsuction, this is not going to come out with microsuction. So really giving it a good tug, little wriggles, but it is just lodged around this second bend. So we are going to have to change tact, and you will see in a moment that in the first instance I used an ear hook, and I used an ear hook superiorly at the roof of the ear canal. There's a little opening there. So I glided the hook just at this region. So what I'm trying to do now, I'm actually preparing to insert an ear hook. So I'm trying to make a little opening at the top. So this is the ear hook, and you can see there's just a little opening at the roof of the ear canal, and I'm gliding the ear hook into this opening around the back of this plug of stodgy wax. Because it was quite stodgy there, the ear hook just dissected it, went straight through. So I've reverted now to a Jobson horn, and I'm again gliding it into that same opening at the roof of the ear canal, getting in and behind this plug of stodgy wax and slowly bringing it forwards. And this is why, if you're a clinical ear care specialist and you're watching this is why it's so important to be able to remove wax, not just with microsuction but also other instrumentation. I would say that I probably use ear hooks, Jobson horns and forceps in at least 30 to 40, if not more, % of my procedures. I may not use them exclusively by themselves, but quite often when you're performing a procedure to remove earwax, you use the ear hooks, Jobson horns and forceps in conjunction with microsuction. And so therefore it's a good tip for anyone, any ear specialist looking to get trained in ear care, earwax removal, to ensure you are also trained in all other methods of wax removal and not just microsuction. You can see with the Jobson horn a huge plug of stodgy wax was removed. Textbook eardrum, magnificent view with the endoscope, the full field of view. I'm just mopping up near the entrance with the Jobson horn, and you'll have a final view of the eardrum. So now over to the left side. So again, I just thought I'd start off with microsuction to see if this comes out. And the patient had already been oiling their ear. And what I'm doing, I'm trying to elevate this stodgy plug of wax on the base of the ear canal and off the posterior wall. Quite often wax can get lodged in this region, and again, what's great with an endoscope is we can visualise this, and if you can loosen that section of the wax, it just helps and facilitates the procedure, making it easier. So again, I've just now resorted back to the Jobson horn, and I'm gliding at the roof. There's a bit of an opening there. Now this plug goes quite deep in here, so I'm just gently rolling it forwards and bringing the plug down just so I can visualise how deep we're having to go, because we don't obviously want to make contact with the eardrum. And again, I'm going behind, and you'll see in a moment I even get further in with the Jobson horn. So this is probably a third of the plug of wax removed in one swipe. You can just see the top part of the eardrum there in the distance. And I'm just gliding this Jobson horn in and behind. Now we've got to be careful when we bring this Jobson horn forward. We don't want to dig too deep into this plug of wax and then make contact with the base of the ear canal or the posterior or anterior canal wall, because you'll be grazing the canal and it'll be very uncomfortable for the patient. In terms of the patient's symptoms, it'll be more or less alleviated at this stage because there is a gap now for the sound to travel through. You can even see the eardrum from here, and the endoscope's not even in the ear. So again, it's just trying to lift some of this stodgy wax from the lateral posterior canal. So lateral means near the entrance. You can see we're near the entrance of all the hair strands, and posterior means the back part of the ear canal. And again, I think I'm going to go back in with the Jobson horn just to see if I can lift this a bit. And I'm going to finish the procedure with microsuction. Now that I've got the majority of this plug of wax out, suction will be far more effective. I think this is when we go back in with the suction probe again. So I'm going to the back part of the ear canal near the entrance. If you loosen this, it just helps remove the rest of the plug. You can see this has got some really strong skin adhesions. I'm having to peel this off the base of the ear canal. It's almost like when you peel sticky tape of an envelope. You get some really strong adhesions there. Yeah, just lifting it upwards. I think it just blocked the microsuction tube there. Just unblock that, re-enter the ear. So on the back part of the ear canal, the posterior canal wall is going to peel this off. And we almost roll this out. You'll see what I mean in a moment. So we're just loosening it, mobilising this, and then I'm going to kind of almost roll it forwards and down like a ball. There we are, so I'm bringing it downwards and forwards, and as I'm doing that, it's detaching itself from the posterior canal wall. See, there's a few hairs there, so a bit of matted wax. Got a good suction grip here, and I'm just gently wriggling it. And as I'm wriggling, I'm bringing the suction probe forwards, and there we are, that's another large piece. Ear canal's completely clear. There's a bit of soft wax at the base of the ear canal. I think I removed that using a Jobson horn. Let's see. Yes, so just going back in and just gently this in the cartilaginous portion. Just put a bit of pressure on the canal wall. See, we're very careful. We want to get a good view when we do this. Nice and gently. I think I just go back in and mop up. So here, the endoscope's actually not even in the ear, and even at this distance, we can just about see the eardrum with the endoscope. So it's just an amazing field of view and magnification we have. There we are, that's the patient's eardrum. Ear canal has a bit more red, that's because there was more skin adhesion, so when we peel that, it's slightly more red. That's all the remnants that we removed. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and you're all keeping well and safe. Speak to you soon. Take care, bye.